Well, the stipulation going in is that Luger signed a contract that he only gets one shot at Yokozuna. So this is it. He won the match. Big celebration because he won, but he didn't win the title.
Right.
And I guess the idea is he's going to win the opportunity to have a rematch by winning the Royal Rumble. And this is a famous story that I guess we'll just jump into right now, that a lot of people believed Luger told some random stranger at a bar or restaurant who happened to be someone who worked in the media, "Oh, yeah, I'm winning the world title at WrestleMania." And of course, it didn't happen. Brett won the world title at WrestleMania. And there's even footage out there of at a random Superstars taping where Vince introduced Lex as a hypothetical. Hey, I could see it like this one day. That's the way he introduced it to the crowd, but it was filmed. So there's Luger with the Winged Eagle world title, the big belt at the time. I don't buy any of this Luger told the guy in a restaurant malarkey. But you heard that story before, I'm sure, right?
Oh yeah, yeah. I heard the story. Like you, it was hard to believe,
Yeah.
and like you, Conrad, I don't believe it happened. I
Do
just
you
don't.
think do you think there I mean, I know you weren't necessarily there or paying attention, and really who gave a shit, Vince wants to just do a hypothetical whatever. But that video of Luger with the world title, do you think, I mean, obviously Vince was trying to get him there, but he never pulled the trigger. Do you think he just got cold feet? Why don't you think Vince ever went all the way with him? What do you
I
think
think that.
Luger was
Well,
missing?
I think there was just something, Conrad, there that Vince had not sold himself on. There was just something missing. That was an intangible. It's hard. It didn't have an odor. It didn't have a feel. There's something, a gut feeling that we're really trying hard with this guy, but we're not. We don't seem to be making a lot of headway. And a lot of the guys, when they would confide with Vince in private, express the fact that he may not be the guy. He's not a great worker. I don't know. He's the guy that can make everybody that he's booked with look good. He's used to Ric Flair. He's used to other guys that made him look good. And it takes a different step, a different philosophy to be the other guy. And the other guy was Bret Hart, who could make anybody look good. And it paid his dues and certainly had more than once and several times over, I would suggest. So I think when it came down to a debate, look, we all knew that Yoko could not be a long-term champion. He was morbidly obese. His health was going to become an issue. That's why under my watch, we sent him to the Duke University to a weight loss. And because it's just a matter of time before he's going to start flunking physicals. And then when then the wrestling was governed by athletic commissions. If you had a Las Vegas or a Nevada commission or a New York commission, for example, that wouldn't license him, then the other states are going to honor it. So all of a sudden we got this attraction that we can't use because he can't pass a physical. So we knew those days were coming. So all of a sudden we're looking for somebody to take that title spot. And Brett's an Iron Man. Brett's Lou fucking Gehrig. I mean, he didn't hurt anybody. He didn't get, if he got hurt, he worked through it. So there was a little political things going on back there too. That Lex was Vince's choice for the presidency, but he didn't have seemingly the overwhelming support of a lot of other significant people in the locker room, including Patterson. Patterson was a Bret Hart guy, and I've always admired his, Pat's judgment and his gut feelings on things. And when you stop and think about it, yeah, Bret Hart's your answer. That's the guy. So he didn't have a bus; he had a rental car, and he did okay with it. So I don't know. I just think that everybody kept thinking Lex was going to step up, but Lex, they may have also thought, well, he believes he's already been anointed, so therefore he doesn't have to work hard to become better. He's not as good right now as he needs to be for this role. And I think that that feeling in general permeated the locker room.
Well, let's talk about where we are here. Somehow he gets himself involved with Ludwig Borga. What do you think of that creative? We're going from working with the mighty Yokozuna to Borga.
Well, you know, Borga and Luger had a lot in common. They looked great on an 8x10.
Okay.
And Borga was a foreigner. You know, he was cold as ice and willing to sacrifice.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, yeah, I know. Oh, gosh. Don't let him start singing, Conrad.
Oh, Bruce does it every week. And I'm like, I don't know what we did to deserve this, but.
Well, does Jarrett sing every week?
No, he's a terrible singer. Well, Bruce is too, but Bruce has no shame, as you know.
No, none.
Jeff has a little.
Yeah. Well, compared to Brucey, you know, I got you.
Anyway, they wound up working a program together. You and I haven't ever spent much time talking about Borga. Did you spend any time with him?
Not much. Especially when I found out he had his that Secret Service horse Nazi shit on his tattooed on his body.
I was going to ask if you knew about that, and there you
I did. I saw it, and then when I talked to Vince this week, what the fuck are we doing? So we got some Jewish business partners, and I'm sure some Jewish talents, office people, that if they see this or find out about this, we're defenseless. It's not like it was drawn on there with a big pen. It's a tattoo. It's permanent. And that led to him leaving our employ.
Oh,
yeah. Well, it gave us another reason of the fact that he couldn't work.
Right.
He wasn't a very good worker, but he looked great, Conrad. He looked great. So what you have that one big piece of the puzzle, and it's like a big pie. And so on one half of the pie is look and charisma, animal magnetism, all those type things. And then the other side is in-ring ability. And we've discovered that Borga, pretty tough guy, didn't have any he didn't have the chops. But boy, he looked like he did. Great, you know, the background and his accent was good, and he looked. I don't want to be crass, but he looked like a Nazi, or that I would perceive what an Oklahoma boy would perceive a Nazi to look like.
Right.
So it's like casting in a movie. So, yeah, but that was the deal there. Borga, foreigner, big, powerful guy, and Luger, American, standing up for what's red, white, and blue, big, powerful guy, and their matches were not good. Lex never found his Ric Flair in WWE, and Rick helped Lex immensely by leading the matches and making Lex look great and helping him with psychology. But I don't think that Lex ever truly found that on a regular basis in WWE while he was there.